Hey family campers, we know we can't be together this year, but we are going to do a lot of fun things that you can follow along with on Facebook for our virtual family camp. I'm Lisa Pozo. I know many of you, and many of you know my husband Mark and my son Dan. So today we are going to make a chocolate eclair cake, and you'll see the recipe online also. This recipe is really easy. All you kids can make it. We are not using any power tools because at family camp we don't use power tools. We're doing it all by hand. So I have all the ingredients that you would need here. We have 1 can of frosting, 1 box of graham crackers, 2 boxes of vanilla instant pudding. We need 4 cups of milk and a very large Cool Whip. All this will go in a 9 by 13 dish, and you will, if you're doing it by hand, you'll want to use a whisk like this. So let me get a measuring cup. I forgot about that. All right. I am actually only going to make a half a recipe, so I will only use half of these ingredients, but the recipe is that I showed you will make the full thing. So I am switching my pan to a smaller dish. All right, so the very first thing that we're going to do is we are going to line this dish on the bottom with graham crackers. Very easy. Open your graham crackers and then line the bottom, fill the bottom up with the graham crackers. You might have to break them to make them fit nice, like that. There we go. I'm reading the recipe. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our vanilla pudding. So in the bowl, you put vanilla pudding, and since I'm only doing half the recipe, I will only use 2 cups of milk. You want to get down to eye level to make sure you have 2 cups. You pour this in, and when you start whisking it, the pudding will thicken as you whisk. So here it goes. See how it's pretty watery right now, but as we whisk, it will get thicker and thicker. A lot of you have probably already made something like this before. You might have already made instant pudding, just for a nice treat. Takes a little while. You want to try to whisk as fast as you can. If you want, with your mom and dad's help, you can also use an electric mixer or a KitchenAid mixer. It's starting to thicken, I can tell. I'm kind of making a mess, splattering everywhere. That's all right. It's getting thicker. And I'm making a bigger mess. Here we go. The more I whisk, the messier I get. Can you see how it's getting thicker? I'm pretty sure all the dads would like this dessert. See, it's starting to thicken up. I'm going to keep going a little longer. Try to get it even thicker. You'll have to use your muscles on this one. It takes a while. Whoa. Let me see if I think that's good enough. I'm going to read the box here really quick. It will be set soft in 5 minutes. Whisk for 2 minutes. So it said whisk it for 2 minutes. I think we did about 2 minutes. So it's going to get a little firmer as it sits. The next thing you need to do is you take the Cool Whip. Now, if you're doing the big recipe, you'll use this entire big Cool Whip, but I am just going to use half of it. So you can tell how it's getting thick now. See? It kind of sticks to the, yes, that worked out well. Now we're going to do something called folding. So we're going to put half the Cool Whip in. You'll need to let that defrost before you use it, because when we buy it, it's always frozen. All right, so I used about half of my container. This is a 16-ounce container. Now when you fold, you just rotate it over like that. Don't do big stirs. Just go like this and fold it until it gets fully combined. So a little bit, I have a couple of little pieces that are a little bit on the frozen side. It's almost mixed. You can still see some of the yellow separate. Mine's a little, there's a little bump there from the frozen Cool Whip. Now this dessert, it's unique because it's fast to make, but then it has to go in your freezer for about 12 hours. So I'm not going to be able to show you what it looks like after that, but what it does is after it's in the freezer for a while, the graham crackers get soft. So then when you want to cut it, it's very nice. So we're going to spread half of this on top of the graham crackers. I'm thinking I might add a few more graham crackers because I have a small dish here. But you can figure out what you want to do. There we go. So I'm going to pour about half. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe about like that. And I have a spatula like this that makes it easy. You just spread it on. Okay. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is another layer of graham crackers. I'll have to get more out. I think I'll just do one layer of the graham crackers this time. Oh, I guess I could have. You might need to eat some of the graham crackers while you're doing this because they're good. There we go. All right. Now we're going to put the rest of this on top. It's getting thicker than I thought it was going to be. Well, the dessert, that is. All right. Spread it out like you did before. Doesn't that look nice? There we go. Now, for the final layer, eclair cakes like this always have a chocolate topping. So that's where we get to use this chocolate frosting. The recipe says to put it in a microwave for 1 minute on half power. So you might, if you're young, you might need mom and dad to help you with this. Uncovered. So it's going in the microwave. So we're going to do 1 minute. And power level, we're going to do 5, because that's the half. And now we wait. Okay, let's see how it is. Ooh. You want to be able to pour it. That's the whole point. If you can't pour it, it might need to go in the microwave a little bit longer. This is pretty good. All right. So what you do is you just pour it right on top. Doesn't that look amazing? Whoa, I'm only using half again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to kind of just spread it a little. It doesn't have to cover everything, but to the edges, pretty close. That looks delicious. All right, family campers. There it is. Now what you want to do is you want to refrigerate this. Oh, it doesn't have to go in the freezer. It only goes in your refrigerator for 12 hours. Then it is ready. So I hope you all stay healthy. I hope you all have a great time, and God bless all of you. And we wish we were all together, but we're going to do it this way. And you have a wonderful summer. Bye.